Hey, welcome to another episode of Freedom on Fire. I'm your host, Robert Bob TV Brown. Back in the day, when I was stationed in San Diego, I had a friend that quit the military. He was a ladies' man, and he had a lot of girls. I mean, girls just gravitated toward him. And I was like, dude, you always getting these women. Even the girl who I'm with is looking at you, man. I can't be hanging around with you like talking about. Well, later on, as I find out that he actually, to make money, his thing was he would find girls who were in need. They may need money. They may need shelter. I was wondering where he was getting his money. You just got kicked out of the military. You got your own place. Your place is nice, the whole 9 yards. Come to find out, he was a pimp. And the philosophy of the pimp is, my goal is to find vulnerable women that look pretty decent. I can fix them up. I'll provide them a place, a nice, cozy place. And I'll give them shelter, and I will take care of them, and I will dress them, and I will feed them, and I will clothe them. I'll pretty much take over their life and have them dependent on me. In some cases, they will have them hooked on drugs, and they will become a supplier, and have them pretty much on their knees when it comes to fulfilling their needs. That is the pimp game. A real pimp find vulnerable women and act like he's the only one for them, and it entraps them because now he's giving them this lifestyle. He's taking care of everything. They're living with him. He's feeding them. He's clothing them. After a while, he'll put them on the streets to make not just her some money, but him some money. Now, you do understand that most of the money in the pimp game, most of the money goes to the pimp, and a little bit goes to the prostitute, the whore, the lady of the night, whatever you want to call it. Oftentimes, he'll go into other business like filming and all that kind of stuff. But that is basically the mentality of the pimp. I'll bring this person into my life. I will give her comfort, security, because most women want comfort and security. It's just that sometimes it can go overboard. And a lot of times they, work in different areas like strip clubs. They can be working parties and things like that. And you think that this guy's a player because he got all these women. Most of the time, he's entrapped these women and put them to the position where they can't do without him. And that way he can pimp them and do whatever he wants. And here's one thing. You're not going to get away from the pimp. That ain't happening like talking about. Why am I talking about the pimp game? Well, Hillary Clinton has mastered the pimp game. She is an official pimp. I guess she got it from her husband. Bringing in women, playing on their vulnerabilities, and bringing them on the inside and taking good care of them. What do you mean Hillary Clinton is a pimp game? Now, I know I'm going to get some feedback from some of you Clintonistas. Clinton code or whatever you want to call it, or Clinton supporters. I don't give a crap. All right, and I'm not on Bernie's jock. I'm not on anybody's jock. I'm an independent, and I pick and choose who I decide to support. I almost chose Hillary Clinton until I checked the record. Now, in light of the revelation of Donald Brazil, that wasn't nothing new. It just pretty much solidified or verified what we already knew in the jump start. That Hillary Clinton took control of the DNC. We were wondering how did she get a hold, and how she got her fingers dug deep into the DNC. But Donald Brazil finally told us what happened. Now, the whole deal with this thing is Hillary Clinton. The whole deal is like this. Barack Obama was in charge of the DNC, officially in charge of the DNC, after he won the nomination in 2008. and begin to raise money. He had these different PACs, super PACs, and things like that, helping him raise money. He had Obama for America, which ended up being Organizing for America, and all these things funneling money to his campaign to help him win the general. Now, after that, he did things to replenish the funds to the DNC. Howard Dean stepped down, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz took over. Now, mind you, Debbie Wasserman Schultz was the campaign manager for Hillary Clinton and co-chair of the Hillary Clinton campaign, not co-chair the DNC at that time. All right, so make a long story short, here it is, 2012. Obama needed to run again, and Obama was raising tons of money, and the DNC were pouring out. See, he's fully in charge of the DNC. He has fully control of the DNC. You know, and he controlled it from the White House. And that's how the ball is played. Once you become the nominee, you're controlled. But if you're an incumbent, if you're unchallenged in your next term as president, if you're going for another 4 years, you pretty much control the DNC whole entire operation. And the president or the chair of the DNC is working for you. Obama wins. Yet Obama didn't really do whatever he needed to do, like he did the same thing he did in 2008. He didn't go out there and campaign for the down ballot. He did not raise money. He did not go out there and speak for him. He did not go out there and campaign for him. He did not rally for him. The first black president left the other ones stranded. That's how people get caught up into selling their bodies and things like that. Somebody took good care of them and they depended on them, and he left them stranded. And here comes the next person saying, hey, I got you. I got you. So with Obama leaving the DNC stranded and not doing whatever he can to replenish the money, most of the money went to Organizing for America and not into the DNC, and he had them in debt. Which makes us black people look bad, because they always saying ignorant stuff like that. Never pay your bills. Black people. Yeah, we do pay our bills. That's just a few black people and any other color people. Bills ain't got no, debt ain't got no color. Okay? But he left them hanging. Yet he was still paying it off, but he wasn't paying it off in a rapid rate. Hillary Clinton is about to run for president. Obama officially picked her through a newspaper article talking about he want Hillary Clinton to be president. Didn't even push his boy Biden. I wonder how Biden felt about that, being pushed by the side by the president to let and saying, Biden, it's not your time. It's Hillary time. And the reason he's saying that is because he wanted to set Hillary up for the win, because they negotiated a deal in 2008 that, hey, I'll put you as Secretary of State, can't put you as my VP. Let you get some diplomatic experience as Secretary of State. Well, she sucked anyway. And that'll prepare you for your 2016 run. And I will fully support you. I'll campaign for you, which most presidents don't campaign for somebody running for their first term in office. But I'll break the rule and I'll go ahead and campaign for you. At the same time, the DNC was hemorrhaging money. They're in debt. So Hillary Clinton, the pimp as she is, decided, hey, I'm filthy rich through my books, through my speeches, through my husband, through the foundation. We'll give you millions. Now, mind you, she used to say that they left out of office out of debt. They used their political power and strength to become rich. And that is no good. Jimmy Carter ain't doing that. What is wrong with Democrats? Democrats don't do that. They focus on enriching people. And I don't know who are these Democrats, but these Democrats in the Beltway that's running the show are not Democrats. They're soft Republicans. They're not real Democrats. Joy Reid, they're not Democrats. The people who you're always defending are not Democrats. Bernie Sanders is more of a Democrat than they are on any given day. All you have to do is look at his track record, and his track record is Democrat. Democrat is an action. It's not a name. And I'm talking about in philosophy. This man has a democratic philosophy. Yes, your people who you're defending are soft-core Republican and have a soft-core Republican philosophy. Making millions while you're in office. Now, Hillary Clinton bankrolled the whole entire DNC, got them out of debt, decided to put them on a starvation plan, saying, hey, I'm going to pay about 80% of this, 20%, it'll get paid off, but it's going to get paid off my way. I got a plan. And she got a plan. They signed an agreement, which Julian Assange actually released that agreement today. And you'll be able to go to WikiLeaks and download that document and look at it for yourself. Where Robbie Mook and worked a deal through a third party to begin to take over the DNC. Hillary Clinton controlled everything from having somebody being the press representative to controlling what comes in and out. The whole operation was being held in Brooklyn at Clinton headquarters. Nothing wrong with Brooklyn itself. It's the Clinton headquarters. I'm familiar with that headquarters. And what they were doing was pimping. Yeah, they was pimping. They knew that the amount you can give into her campaign or any other person's campaign personally maxed out about $2,700. And they knew that they didn't have enough people that was willing to max out $2,700. Her Hollywood buddies had other ways of sending money and tons of money. And that's why people like George Clooney and all them guys raised all this money, but that money had to go through a super PAC, and that super PAC went toward paying the Hillary Clinton campaign. Yet they had their plan to run that money through the states. And in the states, you can send $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 through different avenues, through different. See, it's no different from Paul Manafort sending his money to dummy corporations. That's what the Hillary Clinton campaign did. They sent money through different states, and majority of that money did not go to the people who are running in those states. That was the biggest mistake of Obama. He never really worked hard to finance the people running in the states. He never worked hard to fight for those people to take over seats or to keep seats. And that's why they began to lose the House and Senate in 2008. Well, at least the majority in 2008. He took it for granted. And then go out there and work hard for those people, yet those people worked hard for him. And he didn't do it in 2012. He didn't do it in 2016. He didn't do it in 2014. He left them hanging. They lost over 1,000 seats. And the reason they lost over 1,000 seats because they didn't have people like Hillary Clinton. And I mean, Hillary Clinton probably went out and stumped for some people, but Barack Obama didn't. Help them out, and rightfully so, he's the president. But hey, come on, you got to at least finance these people. So 1,000+ seats all over the country, from the governorship all the way to the local level. And they were in debt. Hillary Clinton pulled them out with her own personal money and say, hey, if you want me to help you, if you want me to take care of you, if you want me to make you secure, if you want me to bail you out, we got to make an agreement. You work for me. I control everything, and you work for me. You ever wonder why most of the super delegates could not find it in their heart to vote for Hillary Clinton? I knew there was something, whether it was some kind of stuff they were holding over their head as a blackmail with N1 and all of them looking into the accounts of different politicians in Washington, D.C., having access to their servers and things like that and moving stuff back and forth from the servers. I wonder, was it that? Well, it could have been that. It still could be that. We don't know what the situation with the N101 David Wasserman shows in the in the mess that's going on with that, that's not being told in the mainstream Clinton-bought media. Oh yeah, the media owes the Clinton. That's why they don't report too much on them, because it was their husband Bill Clinton that made it easy for these media media companies to be bought out by corporations and be told what to say and told what to do. You ever wonder why these people never had an opportunity to really maybe lead one or two of them and support Bernie Sanders? Because they knew Bernie Sanders was the easiest one to win. Even Donald Brazile admit at the end of the day, it looked like there was no enthusiasm for Hillary Clinton, and there was. There never been. Amongst women, yeah. Mostly. Oh, the women love her. Well, so the bottom line is this. Hillary Clinton became the pimp of the DNC. The DNC and everybody working in the DNC. The DNC was the whorehouse. And everybody working in the DNC depended on Hillary Clinton to be financed, to be promoted. Everything had to go through her, according to Donald Brazile. That's what a pimp do, baby. You got to run that by me, baby. You ain't making no decision, baby. Nah, girl. I make the decision for you. And if I think it's right for you, then I'll allow you to do it. But if I don't think it's right for you, you ain't doing it. Oh, debates? I'm not going to give this turkey no chance. First of all, we're going to go ahead and get the southern states out of the way, because they know me, especially the black people. They don't know him. And if we let that thing go all the way to the end of the year, then they'll know him. They might switch away from me. I can't afford to have another L in my category. I lost to Obama and that hurt. I'm not going to lose to the Republicans or Bernie Sanders. I got a plan. So she controlled everything from the debate questions, the primaries, the rules at the conventions, the whole 9 yards. And she controlled the flow of the money. Now, we've yet to scratch this. I'm here to let you know that the pimp 9 times out of 10 has broken some campaign financing laws. 9 times out of 10, she probably broke some rule by loaning money to the DNC. 9 times out of 10, she probably broke the rule, even though it is a private corporation. I don't know why people are sending their money to a private corporation who have admitted that they can rig the election and pick whoever they want, regardless of your vote. That's why I'm not a party person. I'm a candidate person. And I will give to that person personally and not their party. All right, so I'm pretty much done. The whole thing is Hillary Clinton turned the DNC into one of her whores, and she became the pimp. And everybody that was connected in the DNC, from John Lewis to whoever, worked at the bidding. All this opposition that was coming against Bernie Sanders was orchestrated by her. Bet money. They weren't going to go against her because she had them in the palm of her hand. She can pimp slap them and say, you're not going to get no money. And I need you to go out there and campaign for Debbie Wasserman Schultz, John Lewis, even though she spit in the face of everything that you fought and your friends and family members died for when it came to voting rights. Me and her slap you in the face. Yeah, we cheated. Yeah, we made it where it's not fair and it's not democratic. Yes, we did that. Yes, we're going to pick me to be president. But I need you to go out there and tap dance for Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Mr. Civil Rights, Mr. Voting Rights. And he did it. Baba, don't worry about paying that debt. I'm going to pay it. I just need you to go out here and campaign for me. And Bernie Sanders, you better keep your word, or I'm going to expose you for signing this agreement too. Yeah, he knew about the agreement. And instead of being bold and saying, I can't deal with this party, I'm going independent and save us, from that Trump administration, he decided to play get along, play along. Most of the Bernie-crats, and I used to be one, are excited about being vindicated, and now we can give Bernie a free pass. I'm not giving Bernie a free pass. He knew this was happening, allowed it to go on. He knew about this document. Now, granted, I don't think he participated in the workings of it. I don't know. But the bottom line is you should have never turned your back on the people who supported you, most of them independents, because they wasn't going to go to the DNC, not after knowing about stuff like this. And it's funny. People get on Trump and talk trash about Trump and everything, but a lot of these things Trump right. The Democratic Party is proving Trump right when it comes to collusion with Russia, rigging the election, how the system was set up against Bernie. All these things that he's talking about, crooked Hillary and all that, he's right. And I hate to say he's right, but he's right. Hillary Clinton's career is done. The pimp of Washington, D.C., the pimp of the DNC, she will be forever known as the pimp of the DNC. The controller, the manipulator. She controlled everything from strategy, you name it. She controlled that. And you, Clinton Eastern's going to give her a pass? Well, Bernie Sanders had the same opportunity, and he's supposed to say no. Opportunities come up. If you know it's not fair, you know it's not right, and it's unethical, and it's borderline illegal, you tell her, take your money, turn it sideways, and stick it up your behind. Because we're not going to be that type of organization. We're an organization that's led by the people. And if we need to get money, we're going to go to the people. And whatever the people want us to do, we'll do it to get that money, as long as it's not unethical. You got to understand, the people put you guys in the office. And it's the people who was funding you all this time. Your donors wasn't even willing to bail you out. Now, what's going to happen going forward? Well, we can't have no more pimps. The pimping stop. Now, I'm not part of the party, but I'm telling you right now, in order to defeat Trump, because it looks like you're not going to defeat him, he's winning. And y'all are helping him win. Without you guys, he wouldn't win. You guys still don't even have a defense. You don't even have a real true meaning of what it's like to be a Democrat. And what is the Democratic plan to lift people up? You still don't have that. Bernie Sanders and progressives have it. Jill Stein and Jamal Baraka have it. And they're going to start pulling people out of that party to go third party. And I think that's beautiful. We need more choices. We need more choices. Now, let me get back to this. I'm almost done. You guys need a whole overhaul. The way you guys been doing it is borderline illegal. Heads need to roll. And I'm suggesting right now, in order for you guys to win, you better go to Bernie. And you better do whatever Bernie tell you to do. Because Bernie is the only way that's going to help you stop and defeat Trump. And knowing the people who I support, Jill Stein and Jamal Baraka, they're going to end up, Jill Stein is going to end up supporting Bernie in the election. Well, she was all for Bernie, and she was happy for Bernie, and she would have threw her support for Bernie. But I don't want her to do that. I want her and Jamal Baraka to run an aggressive campaign against whoever wins the Democratic nomination. That's what I want. I want the Green Party and any any party that has a great chance of pulling the right to the left and the left to the left, I welcome it. We don't need no pimps in politics. We got too many of that stuff going on. And Hillary Clinton, her pimp game was strong up to now. And I give Donald Brazil credit what credit is due. Exposing Hillary Clinton as the pimp of the DNC. Eventually, pimps go to jail when they get caught. They do something stupid that exposed them. And you've been exposed, Hillary Clinton. Hey, Clintonista, she's not going to run again. She's done. After this, nobody's voting for her. Only you loyalists who have your head up her behind that you can't see how crooked she really is. Sure, Trump is crooked. Hillary Clinton is crooked. And the reason we got this mess is the lesser of two evil politics. The bottom line is you keep voting in crooks and you keep voting in unethical. It's time for you to start voting in honor, integrity, and decency in office. I don't care if you have to find them under a rock. I'm Bob TV, Freedom on Fire. If you're at this point right now where you're still giving money to the DNC and you're still trying to support the DNC after all this, then you're becoming part of the problem. What I would suggest is that you hold your money and you send an open letter to the DNC that unless you do drastic, massive overhaul with the leadership of progressives and Bernie Sanders, with the leadership. No, we're not talking about you leading. You move out the way. Move your butt out the way, because your way is causing us to go backwards as a country, backwards as a people. Your way is paving the way for Donald Trump them to do whatever they want. Why? Because you're exactly what he said you are. Yes, he's a crook. You're a crook too. You're worse of a crook. Everything you're trying to find on him, it's already been done in your party. The uranium, the Russian collusion, all that, the meeting with people, paying them millions of dollars to get dirt on Donald Trump, all that stuff you were saying he's doing, you're doing it. Joe Reed, shut up, talking about these talking points of the RNC. Ain't no talking points of the RNC, it's just the truth. And you have become the biggest hack, the biggest kiss up to the Democratic Party. Your party ain't no more Democratic than a frog. They're corporatists, they're lightweight Republicans, and you're supporting of them. If anybody got the RNC talking points, it's you. And stop talking about everybody being sexist. Most of the people who are who went against Hillary Clinton either voted for, a lot of them voted for Jill Stein or Jean Baraka, a white woman, a white smart woman, and a black man. Whether they got a chance in hell or not, a lot of them went to support that woman. So no, it's not a sexist thing. It's not a minority thing. It's a crooked party thing. And if you don't get those people out the way, then they're, besides, they never did much for the black people in the past 10 years with Obama as president. Mike did something for you in your career, but the average black man and black woman out here is struggling. And you keep running your mouth on that stuff? Get out of here. Bernie Sanders' policies will help black and brown people more than anybody running in the Democratic as a soft Republican, running in the Democratic Party. You guys got to do a whole new overhaul. This thing need to be flipped over from the top to the bottom. I'm telling you now, after this revelation, you can forget about progressives turning around to unify with you and support your leadership. No. True progressive, real progressive. Now I'm an independent thinker. I don't have no labels. But people pushing voters that want to see people come up instead of politicians come up, they're saying you need to move out the way. Get your butt out the way and let the real deal people pushing politicians take over the Democratic Party. I'm not talking about corporate pushing. I'm talking about real true people pushing, putting people before party, before money. And you know who those are. You need to move out the way from Tulsi Gabbard, and you need to even take some advice from some third-party people if you want to deal with Trump. The bottom line is there is a full-scale uniting going on, but it's outside your party. Your party is killing itself. When Donald Brazil said, you don't kill the patient, kill the cancer, Donald Brazil got that wrong. Hillary Clinton is the cancer. Corporate Democrats is the cancer. And if you don't remove that out, your body will die a slow, horrible, miserable death. Progressives are your chemotherapy, and if you don't allow them to get inside that body, and I'm telling you, you're going to be the reason. You are going to be the reason why we get more Trump years. You're going to get a reason. You better learn from your lesson right now. Move out the way. Sit your butt down and shut up and follow the lead of people pushing politicians. People pushing politicians. The 3 P's. Be quiet, sit down, and learn for a change. I'm Bob TV, Freedom on Fire. Peace. Hey, this is your boy Bob TV with Freedom on Fire and Rob Report. I want to thank you for watching the webcast. Make sure you share these segments all across your social media network. Like and share, subscribe, and maybe invite a couple other people to do the same thing. You make the difference. I also want to thank you for those who support this channel through Patreon, whether it's 50 cents to $50 million. It goes right back into what we do here. So like the lights that you're looking at right now, that's because of something that you did. So I really appreciate it. I want to thank my man Vegimatic for the Blue Yeti mic, one of the top microphones out right now. He knew I needed the mic, so he blessed me with it. So all of you guys make the difference into this channel growing, and I really want to appreciate you for that. Also, by all means, again, continue to share your comments at the bottom of each video. Just don't get so visceral to the people who may disagree with me or may disagree with you. This calling out name stuff, that's not for this channel. So please try not to call people names, personal names. Now you can call some of the stuff they talk about crap. I say that, but just don't attack people personally. Words really hurt when you start attacking people personally, because these people really believe these things, and you're not gonna take away their belief by calling them names. So please don't do that on this channel. But nevertheless, I appreciate you guys. We're shooting for 2,000 now, so I need your help. So as my pastor would say, reach one, teach one. I mean, let's reach out. You got the information. Make sure you share with other people and try to get them to subscribe to the channel so we can grow and expand. I'm Bob TV, Freedom on Fire, Rob Report. Peace.